We are. Welcome back to another episode of It's Debatable. I'm your host Sebastian here with co-host Justin, and we are talking NBA basketball. I feel like it's been a while since we really got into the NBA aspect of things. Before I even start, how you feeling, my brother?
I'm feeling I'm feeling good, man. I'm ready to talk that NBA Cup, the NBA Fork, the NBA Plate, NBA basketball, man. Let's do it.
All right, so we got, I believe it's the quarterfinals tonight. I believe we got the Suns versus the Thunder, and then we have the Lakers versus the Spurs. I just want to get your quick predictions on the first game of the Suns versus the Thunder. Going in the Phoenix Sun, I believe is a team right now that's been picking up momentum throughout. Just the season's gotten along. We seen guys like Dylan Brooks having a breakout year. Guys like Grayson Allen stepping up when needed to. Even guys like Colin Gillespie being that vital spark plug that they need. My question is to you though, what do you see differently out of this Phoenix Sun team compared to the last year and the years prior to that?
Well, I feel like last year they had a big three. They didn't really have much else. And I feel like there was so much media scrutiny, so much pressure with just Kevin Durant being on the team that there was just high expectations. We've seen, just from the older era, if you have a Steph on your team, a Kevin Durant, right, a LeBron James, a Kawhi Leonard, people of that stature who are former champions did it all before. When you come to now these teams that have been mediocre for the most part and you're looking to get over the hump, when you're that dude, there's just gonna be high expectations. Kevin Durant is arguably the best scorer we ever seen. And some people feel the best basketball player just they've ever seen. So when he goes on a team, especially now when you still have a Devin Booker and you had a Bradley Beal, they're just gonna expect you to compete. So I just think less expectations. I'm not sure if like today's NBA player, I think they like more of a chill vibe, right? I think just this new generation, even look with the old school coaches like a Steph Van Gundy per se, right? A lot of people feel like he just isn't the voice for a lot of these younger dudes now in the league, right? They like to be laid back, they like no pressure. Not saying none of them don't like to, be in the trenches and get in those moments and like to battle and stuff like that. We see a lot of talent, but I just feel like we're just in a new era of the NBA. I feel like, and I feel like just in life things are just a lot different. So in terms of this year, though, when it comes to the Phoenix Suns, everyone just knows their role. Like you brought up two people in Grayson Allen and Gillespie, however you pronounce his name, those are two people who now just come in. They're playing carefree. They play on both ends. They knock down 3-point shots, and they just contribute when needed. Right. Also, shout out to Mark Williams, the big man that they was able to get. He's made great contributions. Somebody that they could have used last season. Right. And then Dylan Brooks. You definitely got to give him all the credit in the world. Right for I'm not sure what year this is for Dylan Brooks, but has gotten better from last season, right? Someone you seen last season who's still a good player, right? But maybe you put him more as a 3-and-D type dude. Now you got him putting the ball on the floor, be able to, right, play in that mid range, get to the basket, get to the free throw line, and still play on the other end. So he's taking his game to another level. And then at the end of the day, you got Devin Booker. He just continues to be great. One of the best scorers we've seen of this new generation. He's great in the mid range, can knock down the 3-point shot. Is a good facilitator. We've seen a lot of that last season. Them trying to put him at that point guard position. But it's just a team. I feel just playing carefree. They're bought into the system that they got over there, and they look good as of right now.
I definitely agree to a lot of points you made. Especially just talking about just a carefree basketball that they're playing now. No more media scrutiny. A lot of guys has definitely stepped up to your point too as well. You said the Mark Williams of the world, the Cons Gillespie, even guys like Royce O'Neal too. I feel like everybody feels like they could be a star in their own role over there too. It's not just a 1 man or 2 man show. There's actually players that could play their own brand of basketball that could provide a lot to this team too. I definitely agree to that point as well too. But the thing is, now they face a challenge to where you got to beat one of the hottest teams in the league right now. A team that right now a lot of people say that they might break the Golden State records for what 73 and was it 73 and 9, some shit like that.
Correct.
Yeah, 73 and 9. And to a team right now that I didn't even know the stat. This was a stat that their starters has played 0 minutes together. Their regular starting five has not played any minutes together in this NBA season thus far. And I believe we're in like what game 23, 24, 25, almost a quarter of it.
Around 24, 25 games played.
Yeah, almost a quarter of the season being played yet, and they still haven't played whatsoever too. And this was my question too. Like, what is the limit for this? Like, what's the sky for this team? Like, you think that they break the record this year? Before I even break down the game too, because there's a lot of questions I've been making.
Um,
You think?
I just based off the trajectory right now, and if I was to bet, I would say yes, they do break the record. Um, 'Cause I feel like this team is even younger than that Golden State team that did it those years ago. They got young bodies. I feel like they want to play all these games. They just got Jalen Williams back. I feel like this team isn't even in per se their final form as of right now. Like I just said, they just got J Dub back. You know, AJ Mitchell has emerged, but now his role is gonna kind of have to change a bit with J Dub coming back. So they're still trying to figure some things out. But in life, sometimes you have good problems. Right, I know a lot of time problems be bad, and is that they have good problems. Just seeing that they got so many talented pieces that they just gotta figure out how to just make it all mesh, and they're doing it on the fly, and they're doing it very well. Well, once again, do I think they'll break the record? Yeah, I don't see why not. And in terms of how far they could really go, that's back to back champions. I know we haven't seen that in a while, but if any team can do it, it is this OKC team. Unless they run into my Los Angeles Lakers, but that's a story for
I knew
another day.
I knew he was gonna say that. I definitely agree to all them points too as well. That's a scary team, man, and a team that you said that's not in their final form. Probably not gonna be in their final form for a while too, because they do own the Clippers draft picks, I believe, and the Utah Jazz draft picks too. So, man, the world is theirs. I just feel like the rest of the league is just living in the OKC world right now. It's crazy to say this around this time. Comparing just how much years that they had since the rebuild and where they at right now. We spoke about it many times on this podcast where that's a credit to Sam Presti. But moving forward to tonight's game though, what do you think? Do you think the Phoenix Suns can upset the Oklahoma City Thunder, or does the Oklahoma City Thunder is just too hot of a team?
No, because I feel like to beat this OKC team, you got to play very, very well for 4 quarters. I don't think you can take a quarter off, right? We spoke about Oklahoma City, Torrey Shea Gilgeous Alexander hasn't even played a lot of these fourth quarters in this season. So that means that within the first three, they're getting teams out of here. Phoenix is good. I just don't think they're on the tier of the Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't even think they're a second tier team. I do think they're a third tier type of team. I think they'll finish in that 7, 8 spot. I do think the Suns will still end up in the play-in, but they're just off to just a good start thus far. But in terms of tonight, OKC, and I'm pretty sure OKC is at home as well. It's just all the factors are showing that OKC can win this game, and they will this game. But my X factor, I'm looking at Chet Holmgren. Right, that's somebody I spoke about at the beginning of the season. I pretty much know what Shea's going to give me, and just kudos to him as one of the best scorers ever. Right, and we still gotta have that conversation. Is he the best scorer ever? Now, do I feel like that? No. Right, I think Kobe was a better scorer. RIP. I think Michael Jordan. Um, Kevin Durant. We can even have the LeBron James debate, but I definitely think Shea can argue in that top five. So let's give him his credit. Go back to Chet Holmgren, 7 footer, who if it looks like if he was to go outside and it was windy, he would blow away. But he's he's in the NBA. he's doing his thing. He can knock down a 3 point shot. He can get to the basket and finish. I think he has been taking a more aggressive approach this season, and I think he's gonna be the X factor. I expect him to at least go for 20 points tonight, about 2 to 3 3 pointers, and for him to really make his presence felt. Um, yeah, I'm looking at Chet tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I don't know who, man. I just think it's a team effort though, because J Dub is starting to get into a flow of things too. You can't take away from a guy like AJ Mitchell, Isaiah Joe. Like, I just feel like it's a well-rounded team effort. I think both these teams. I think it's a closer game than people will expect, because I just think that both these teams generally play team basketball. And I think that's one thing about the Suns this year that's different from prior years past. That this is a team basketball. It's not just the Devin Booker show anymore. It's guys like Dylan Brooks, like we said. It's guys like Gillespie. It's guys like, will they keep up? I don't know. Like you said, you got to play a good 4 quarters in order
Yeah,
to
bro,
beat.
you gotta look at that Thunder defense, bro.
Oh yeah. I already know. Once they get stops, that momentum goes from a 10-0 run to a maybe a 15-3 run. And then you're looking at a 21-7 run, man. And by then, man, you're just playing catch up. That's one team you really don't want to play catch up for, because they're not giving up no leads.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah. I
I
just
really
think
see
that
that.
defense. My fault, bro. Go ahead.
Nah, I said I was just agreeing to that point. Where I really see that too. Like, to a great point you made though. Once they really get on their run, their defense really turns into their offense in a matter of a heartbeat too. But I just think this game was going to relatively be a little bit closer. I just think that more so in the NBA Cup, you're playing for that extra money, man. That 500K tax free. Well, no, actually not tax free though, but a little extra money on the side. Maybe you round it to maybe what 437K, depending on how much they want to take out, depending on what state you in. But money's money, man. I don't know nobody that's gonna jet to money when you're playing a game of basketball and they already give you a paycheck. Now you're adding an extra incentive for me winning in Vegas. I don't
Listen,
know, man.
listen. I just feel like they're gonna throw a lot of bodies at Devin Booker. I don't know if he has his best game. Who's going to be able to step up for the Phoenix Suns? I think just from what we've seen, Dylan Brooks is the second best player on the team. Is he going to be able to have that type of performance to keep them in the game? That's what I'm worried about on their side. So I also have my eyes on Dylan Brooks
Quick thing though, my thing is, where the fuck has Jalen Green been at?
with Drea Michelle.
I don't know, man. That's not a bad place to be, but you know what I'm saying? You got obligations. You got obligations, brother, man. I literally forgot all about this. I forgot this nigga played basketball. I literally did a whole we did like a whole segment, and we haven't talked about Jalen Green once. But yeah, so me and you both got the Thunder winning. You what would you say with the spread being, in your opinion?
I think the Thunder won by at least 10 points. I'm not gonna lie to you.
5.5. I'll take it though. But yeah, we got
I
Thunder. But
know.
that's the that's the first game that we have of this doubleheader tonight. Moving on to the next game. We got your Los Angeles Lakers against the San Antonio Spurs. And it kind of brings me into one of the topics that I have. How they said that Victor Wembanyama was supposed to play tonight, but now it's still sidelined with a little calf strain injury. So my question to you to start this off: should the Spurs be worried about this injury of Victor Wembanyama?
Man, Victor Wembanyama, Andre Iguodala, Rihanna. Lakers in five. You feel me? But all jokes aside, Wemby being out, I think, is a good thing for this Spurs team. I already know what Wemby is going to give you on both ends of the floor. Once he's on the floor, the whole game kind of gravitates towards him. But I say it's a good thing because now we are seeing the development, right, of Dylan Harper, right, their second overall pick that has looked good so far this season. You also got still the development of Stephon Castle, right? Those I think are two pieces that are very vital for this team, and we have to continue to see their progression because now the Spurs I feel just got so many pieces that whenever, big name players are in trade rumors, I think this is a team that a lot of people always look at because they have a lot of pieces that are just very interesting. So I'm looking at those two dudes. And then of course you got the Devin Vassell's of the world, you got the Keldon Johnsons of the world, right? You got the Harrison Barnes of the world. So you know who your offensive guys are, but we need to see who is actually still going to be on this roster, right? Because when we speak about the likes of like a Giannis Antetokounmpo, right, someone that's been in trade talks a lot, I feel like a lot of people have talked about him going to the Spurs, right? So now you got to ask yourself, do you put a Stephon Castle in that type of package? Do you put a Dylan Harper, right? So I think Wimby being out is showing what else do we have on this roster and who do we and are these the right players to have around Wimby as he continues just to develop.
Shoot. My thing is that all sounds good, but I'd be a little bit concerned because now in this day and age, a calf strain could lead to an Achilles tear, and now more than ever in this NBA, we having this an Achilles tear inflation, to where that shit's spreading like COVID. Achilles tear spreading like COVID, bro. Like Dame Lillard, Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Tatum, Dejounte Murray, man, and then all of that. Some people say it starts off with a calf strain. Same thing with Kevin Durant. You think you're good to go. Next thing you know, you come back a little too soon from that shit. Boom. This is somebody in Victor Wembanyama that you really don't want no injuries. You're gonna try to protect the asset as much as you can because on the floor when he's fully healthy is a fucking problem. And in the beginning of the season, we seen it. We thought it was over for the league, and now he's meant a month of action, and the San Antonio Spurs are still holding it down. I believe they're still the sixth seed, fifth or sixth seed though, still holding it down though. But at the same time, it's just like, damn, what do you think could have been if Wemby was still playing though?
So now let me ask you a question. And I forgot who asked this question. Maybe Zach Lowe. I don't know. One of them. Shout out Zach Lowe though. But do you think Wembanyama plays more than 10 years?
Yes, I think just he loves the game of basketball so much that he's gonna find a way. And I think for him to have like a slender build like that wouldn't necessarily do him as harm as say if he was somebody like a size of Zion.
But then we gotta ask us how many people of that height have lasted how long?
Yeah, I'll put it like this: like a nigga like Yao Ming was like 7'5", but he was like a big body frame though. So I feel like there was more like weight and pressure on himself to get more hurt. Like a guy like Wembanyama though, like I look at it like this: like certain players, like you see they frame, you see they really kind of get hurt, nothing too devastating. Like a guy like KD, you know how much times people say, "Oh, KD need that weight, KD need that weight." KD didn't get no real significant injury till that Achilles tear, and then by then he's already in year 10. So I think his size, pause, and his frame, like definitely does him the justice that maybe he can be in this league for quite some time, especially if he learns to adjust his game to where now he doesn't have to be too much reliant upon just being a dominant force in the paint. Like a guy like Embiid, you know how much times people have been preaching for him to get healthy, he take his body and condition it correctly. Now look at it. He came in a little out of shape. Like I feel me. I feel like it just got to take care of your body, and I think he's serious about his craft to where he's fully going to take care of his body. We see him go off in the summer where he becomes a fucking monk. He does all this weight training. Or he just does whatever, bro, to be on top of his game, though. So I think he does play 10 years, though. But I think that he's just gonna have injuries that you just have to protect the asset. Like so, in this case scenario, if you tell me Wemby's not gonna play till maybe, be mad at that because you still if you're still doing all right playing playoffs and you could get Wemby back in a little bit out there, you want to be as cautious as possible as this because feel me, this is somebody who we talk about as the face of the league though, but he's 7'5" though, so there's a lot of questions on him where he could get injured just like that, and next thing you know, out for the season, God forbid though. Like you know what I'm saying though. But these are stuff like the organization, the medical staff, everybody got to be more cautious about when it comes to Victor Wembanyama. Like that's a serious asset, bro. Like that is a serious asset. You're not trying to fumble that bag though. So me, I'd be a little concerned. No, I'd be way concerned because it's like, damn, we're actually doing good though. But if we throw Victor Wembanyama in too soon, is that gonna fuck up what we got going on? Because he already missed a month of basketball.
So do you make like a all in move as like insurance, right? Like, do you try to get a Giannis? Do you try to get a Trey Young? So when Wimby is out, you still have another definitive star.
Mm, I don't think Trey Young would be the answer. If you could get Giannis off the strength of like Dylan Harper, Keldon Johnson, maybe a Jeremy Sohan, something of that nature, and then you throw in maybe a guard, maybe they taking Kevin Porter, something like that. But I wouldn't necessarily say you go all in. You still have young talent. You have a bunch of guards to where eventually later down the line you're gonna have to ask a question to who do we keep and who do we let go? Like, are we gonna trade Dylan Harper? I don't think we're gonna trade De'Aaron Fox. We just traded for him last season. Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle.
Crazy
One of
enough,
them,
out of those three guards, if I had to trade any of them, I'm trading Darren Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. So what's the point of trading for him though?
I don't know. I think they went on an all in move, and then who got in the Wimby ended up getting hurt. Like, I
So
don't.
you like the potential of Dylan Harper. You rather go younger.
Yeah, Darren Fox is going to give me. I know his peak. Like, can Darren Fox be better than what we've seen? I think his game is his game. He's still quick as a fucking cheetah, right? Still good in the mid range. Okay, 3 point shooter, but is he going to get better? I don't think so. We don't know Dylan Harper's peak, nor Stephon Castle.
That is true. I tested that. I tested that. But I just think that you have at least somebody that's experienced though, and that kind of had like some type not of success. I would necessarily say though has had a relatively a good season in the NBA. Is an All NBA caliber player. Can do shit when healthy. I'll say that though. I think health definitely plays a role too. But I don't know, man. I think for me, if anybody, I say this a tradable asset for the most part is a Devin Vassell.
Yeah,
I,
but you're only gonna get so much for Devin Vassell. He's a good scorer, but I ain't giving up much for him.
they're not taking Keldon Johnson, somebody that people used to have high hope on.
I got my phone on Do Not Disturb for Keldon Johnson talks. Don't bother me right now, bro. Damn.
Draft picks. I don't know. I just don't want to give up on the future. Hey, I'll throw in Harrison Barnes.
Nigga, you must think this is 2015.
I'm throwing Harrison Barnes. Nah, but on the serious note though, and that kind of intertwines with the question I was gonna ask too. So I'll move that afterwards. But on tonight's game though, staying on tonight's game though, very interesting matchup. You seen your boy LeBron James has had one of his better games of the season, looking like he's ramping up. That game in Philly where he just took over the whole fourth quarter, scored 10 straight points. Um, Credits to him, credits to this Lakers team, and I think it changed when JJ Redick. I think feel me, he's definitely more on. He's not showing no favoritism to like everybody can get it, and that's one thing I respect about JJ Redick. If you're playing like crap, he'll let you know. Like he don't care who you are. And this team is just fully based on like we're a team. It's not just a one man show. So I feel like after that Toronto game, things might change even more. Like the Lakers might unlock something different now. Because now LeBron's feeling a little bit better now to where he's ramping up. Luca's still gonna be Luca. Reeves is just gonna have to find out: am I a 2 man sometimes or a 3 man? And it just comes with the sacrifice of it. Um, Definitely compete. And I think right now the Lakers should be an interesting matchup for these Spurs team that's relatively young. They're gonna push the pace. I want to see how well Braun comes off that game now. Shit, I'm just excited to see this game. I think it's gonna be a high action game. I think that both teams are gonna put a lot of points. I think more so for the Lakers, it's gonna be a free fall. I think that you're gonna get some out of Reeves, Luca, DeAndre Ayton's gonna come to the party today. I think that an X factor for them is gonna be Rui, somebody who's been more of a and I like the way this game is gonna be. I think that the Lakers definitely Gonna want to play for the cup. I think that when it comes down to it, who doesn't like money? Ron definitely likes money. Motherfucker's a billionaire, so he's gonna try to add that little to the safe. So yeah, it's gonna be a good game though. What's your thoughts on this game?
My thoughts is that the Lakers are going to win this game. Um, it was fun to watch that last game versus Philly. Under a minute left, LeBron first knocks down that 3-point shot, bang, right. Then Philly goes down. They miss again. Around that left hand side of the court, long 2-pointer, another knockdown shot. The king, man. But I still think that Austin Reeves is the second option on that team. It was just that Philadelphia game, Austin was struggling, couldn't really get past 11 points. God forbid you have 15 points when I need you, Austin Reeves. Any other game you flooding with 30 points. When I need you for 50, you is just allergic to the basket.
When the world
But
needed him most, he disappeared.
But that's another story for another day. Like I said, he's still this is the second option. Second option. I expect him to have a great game tonight. I expect at least 20 points out of him for him to rebound, pass the ball, just just be a triple threat option. Luca just looks as comfortable as ever. Just looks so good in that purple and gold, man. And his game is just polished, right? He's either gonna dribble, step back three to that mid post, hit you with a fadeaway, try to draw fouls to get to the free throw line. His fouls, is up to about it was like about like at 9.5 last year, and now it's like at 12.5. So he's definitely getting those calls from the ref. And then LeBron man still trying to get back from that injury. He's only played about a handful of games. I think he will continue to get better as the season progresses, but it's really about the others. What are we gonna get out of a Jackson Hayes? What are we gonna get out of a Roy Hachimura? What are we gonna get out of a DeAndre Ayton? Right? I don't know if Marcus Smart is gonna be back tonight. He should be, trying to come back soon. But I think the Lakers are a type of team that once we get closer to the trade deadline, they're gonna have to make a move. Just I feel like to get a little more firepower off the bench. I believe they're one of those bottom 10 teams in bench points. So as great as LeBron, Luca, and AR is going to be, I'm looking at the bench tonight to see who's a trade asset and who's actually trying to play to stay. So that's what I'm looking at. But without Wembanyama, I expect the Lakers to win this game.
Vandal, your job's on the line, nigga.
Vando, I'm not even watching Vando anymore, man. Like, I feel like we was waiting all this time for him to be healthy and come back from injury and all that. Now he's back. He's just another dude. Shout out to Vando.
Nah, your job's on the line, nigga. Gabe Vincent.
Well, shout out to Gabe Vincent. I feel like he only has good games when you least expect. He's healthy. He's out there, but he's got to knock down those 3-point shots, man. It's like that's what you here for. It ain't no Miami Heat type role. He got to knock down those 3-pointer.
Jake LaRavia. We coming for you too, nigga.
Another one that started off a little more hot has cooled down. Because now people are actually probably game planning like, can we not let him score? Right. So that's another one that he definitely gotta step it up.
True, true. Ah, so yeah. So me and you both got Lakers tonight winning. I think that they're gonna try their hardest to get that 500K. Who doesn't like free money? I just think that especially playing there. Are they playing at the crib? Yeah, they gotta be playing at the crib.
Yeah.
The court's gonna be nice, man. Uncle Shannon Sharp probably gonna be there. Man, who else gonna be there? The celebrities gonna be out there. You might catch a Kardashian out there. You might catch a Kylie Jenner. It's gonna the lights are gonna be bright, man. And you watch Luca have a 40-point triple double. Remember, I said that, man. You take it for 40 points, 14 assists, 10 rebounds. Remember, I said that though. But moving on. So we got the NBA Cup action out the way. We could just transition to what we was talking about a little bit earlier. Into this we spoke about, and it's been headlining the news. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Reports has been out saying that he might want out. He doesn't like the direction the team's been going in. There's been a talk for how long? I don't know how long it's been like this for. Maybe since the summertime, they've been saying how he's been discussing like what's the future of this team, like how we looking and so, and relatively so, this team has looked subpar, like we all said they was gonna be. They had flashes of maybe they could be a playing team or whatnot though, but in reality though, a guy like Giannis who's still relatively in his prime is gonna want out and gonna want better for himself too, because he's not done playing at a high level. So eventually he's gonna want to be in a place to where he can still compete. And Milwaukee's just not the place no more. I know you're bringing a guy like Miles Turner though, but like we said, isn't a needle mover. You're banking on guys like Ryan Rollins and Kevin Porter to be a superstar, but they still need time though. Um, there's no definitive direction for this organization, so it leads me to this question asking: will Giannis Antetokounmpo stay with the Milwaukee Bucks by the end of the season?
I don't know what I want him to do. Don't run from the grind. Where are you gonna go?
LA.
So you're not. So now he's gonna ride off the coattails of Luca, AR, and LeBron.
Nah, AR's gone. AR's gone.
Nah, I don't even want to see that, bro. Nah, no, 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 no,
AR's
no,
gone, man.
no.
You about to have a
Play
duo,
with
bro.
the people you got on your team, bro. Like those are your teammates,
That's what it is,
bro. Yeah,
man.
bro, get
Yeah,
healthy. Like I don't
yeah,
want to
keep,
hear
yeah,
nothing,
keep,
bro.
yo,
Nah.
yo, keep scoring 30 points, AR. Trust me, they gonna put you on the trade block. Hachimura keep knocking down the
AR is
shot.
not. Don't talk. First of all, talk about your own teams. Don't ever try to trade Austin Reeves. Theoretically, calm down, nigga.
Yeah.
Trade all your players, nigga. Take them to the Knicks. You want them so bad. Like
They
I
don't want to work with us, bro. They don't want Cat, bro. They don't want Cat, bro. Trust me. We hinted at the idea, bro. But they don't want him, bro.
Yeah, cause y'all need help. First of all, let me say two things. Number one, the Lakers don't need Giannis. All right, so let's just get that out the way. Maybe y'all do with your mediocre ass team, but
Second
Giannis,
in the East.
Giannis, ain't- this Eastern Conference,
Second in the East.
the depleted East.
It's not
Congratulations,
depleted.
congratulations.
It's not depleted.
So Giannis, stay in Milwaukee. You got Miles Turner, Kyle Kuzma, Gary Trent Jr., AJ Green, Ryan Rollins. Man, just you got Doc Rivers as your head coach, Darvin Ham. These are all things that I'm pretty sure they spoke to you about before bringing them in. Boo fucking who. You got all the money. The city is yours, bro. Where you gonna go, bro? Like Jesus Christ, bro. Stay where you at. Stay where you at, bro.
You're more than welcome to come to New York, man. If you can find a way to tell them, yo, it's either New York or nothing, pull up, man. Pull up.
Yeah, because you're nervous because y'all need him. The
Yeah, who wouldn't want a champion? Who wouldn't want a former MVP? Who wouldn't? Talk about nervous, man. If Giannis is knocking at the door, best believe you going, hi, hey, yo, this nigga Justo's crazy, man. Talking about we nervous, man. We want him, please.
no, you need him. That's the
No, we
big
don't
difference,
need
bro.
him.
No,
We
you
don't need.
need
No,
him,
we don't
bro.
need Giannis.
Yes, you do.
We effing.
Y'all
We
need
don't
him.
need Giannis. You see what we just did last night?
Y'all
You
shopping.
see what Jalen Brunson's been doing?
Y'all shopping cat like a prostitute, nigga. You
Bro,
got nigga. You got so much cat for sale, nigga. Y'all niggas running one of them Chinese parlors, nigga. All right, you need Giannis because your team is bullshit.
it's not bullshit. We're second in the East, man.
The bullshit Knicks. The
Uh,
The New York bullshit Knicks, bro.
wait, don't we have a better record than y'all?
You wish you had a better record than us, bro.
We're 17-7. What are y'all niggas? 17-6. Whoop de doo.
No, you see, yo, people can you can't say a statement, then when you're wrong, now it's whoop de doo. You was
Nah,
wrong.
nah,
We have a better record.
we both
See, yo,
second.
now we're done, bro. Now we're not
Nah,
doing
nah,
that.
we're both
He
second.
said a statement was wrong, and I
Nah,
said
we're both
whoop de
second.
doo.
We're
It was
both
your
second.
statement. You the one who brought
Well,
it up.
technically, you're not really second. You're tied for second. You remember you pulled that bullshit on me
But that
last
wasn't
time.
your statement. This was the Knicks versus the Lakers. Now you're going against our conference.
Y'all niggas is
What
tied,
is it? What's your
bro.
point? Because you keep
Are
going
y'all
everywhere
really
right now.
second? Are y'all really second?
I never once brought us up being said. You brought all this up. I don't care what record we are. We're winning the championship. Something
We're
your
not,
team can't do. You're not. It's
nigga.
not. It's not clocking to you, is it? Y'all niggas can't do shit.
Nigga, there's no way y'all think I'll be in OKC.
Here we go. Now he's about to hop on the OKC bandwagon.
Welcome back.
Here we go. Here we go. He not worried about OKC.
Oh, trust me, I niggas are shitting bricks. And I
No,
see with that smirk on your face,
we're
bro.
not.
That
Luca is the GOAT, bro.
Luca,
You're not
yeah.
understanding, bro. Luca, you already know what's going on, nigga. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, bro. Ooh, y'all even might face off in the cup shit. Oh shit.
They don't want to see us in Vegas.
Oh
Don't make,
shit.
don't make me have to catch a flight. Don't make me gotta catch a flight out there,
Yeah, y'all,
man.
y'all boys better beat the Spurs, you heard? So y'all could get to the West semifinals.
Yeah, bro. You already said we're gonna beat the Spurs. Stop
All
this.
right. I say y'all better beat the Spurs. I say y'all going
You
to.
said, yo, and once again, there's always a moment episode. Everyone run back the tape. To like, cause it's on video. Like, I don't
What,
gotta make up a
what did I
lie.
just say? I say y'all better beat the Spurs. I say y'all gonna beat the Spurs. I say you
You
better.
said me. You said me and Justo both agree the Lakers are gonna win tonight, bro. That's what you
Yes,
said.
we could agree on a lot of shit. Is it gonna happen? Just because me and you agree on this is it gonna happen? You see the time and time again. A line be minus 750. Does that mean is it really a lock?
No one said anything is a lot.
All right then. So my point exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
We're doing predictions and we both predict the Lakers are gonna win. Don't go against it to try to make your bullshit
Who
point
said
against.
I won and guess? I just
All
said win.
right, so then don't say nothing. Talking about you better get past the Spurs. You already predict they were gonna beat them, so just shut up.
All right.
But
All right. I'll be watching with two eyes, man.
I hope so, bro.
No, I'll be watching. I'll be watching that Luka Doncic triple double. By the way, if you didn't know already, like I said, if you want to make some money, you take Luka Doncic triple double tonight. But yeah, moving on to the side of things. Uh Giannis. I don't think I give my take on that. I think he might play out his contract for this year. I think right now it's kind of risky trading for somebody who's relatively been injury prone for the past couple seasons, though. I don't think people talk about that much. They talk about the talent in Giannis when he's on the floor, but they haven't talked about the fact that he do be missing significant time throughout the season, dealing with just multiple injuries. Hasn't necessarily had a full healthy playoff run except for last year, though. And everything just fell apart. It was a shit show after that. But for the most part, though, I think I think teams around the league should really just wait it out unless you feel like you're in a win now situation this season to where that's a missing piece in the puzzle. Um, I think teams should hold out. He did say he want to go to New York, according to Zach Lowe, but I don't think New York is in a position right now to where you want to give up everything this filming in this season, though. I think you're comfortable with what you have, though. Making a trade like that is a huge transition, especially late in the season where you're gonna need a bunch of games to get that chemistry going. I think you stick with what you have right now for the Spurs side of thing too, like you mentioned earlier. That insurance policy until Wemby gets back. Is it really insurance or is it gonna gut your roster too? Because you do have a bunch of young talent that is healthy for the most part, can sustain the 82 game season, get you to maybe 65 to 70 games, depending on the type of player that they are. Is that really worth it too for the future right now, or would you rather wait to the offseason? No. So I think Giannis stays in Milwaukee. And yeah. But next topic that I had that I really was gonna ask about too. This has kind of been a disappointing team this season. I'm surprised nobody's been talking about them thus far. This is kind of crazy to me because if it was any other team, everybody want to bash them. So this is a team in the East. So when the Celtics was doing crap, nobody wants to bash them. When New York loses a couple games, nobody want to bash them though. But the Cleveland Cavaliers managed to get under the radar. And nobody's been talking about them and how just subpar they've been from a team that started off fucking hot as shit last year. Nobody has been talking about them. And I noticed that with the media, man. Y'all pick certain teams. If the Lakers lose 2 games in a row, oh, what's going on? Do LeBron and no, crashing on them. Any team loses, they get bashed on. The Cleveland Cavaliers has probably been the most not talked about disappointing team thus far this season. I want to ask you, what is going on with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Justin? Let's hear it.
I just feel that they don't got no dogs on their roster.
They a bunch of puppies.
It's just like they're just a bunch of good kids. Like
Pussies.
they like they just are you saying all these other terms? I don't even know what you're talking about. But
They play like pussies.
I just feel they just don't got those dogs on your team that you need. Like back when Dylan Brooks was over in Memphis, right? You seen the dogs over there, man. They was ready to go at any matchup and prove that they was the better team. Cleveland right now is trying to prove like they should have been better in the playoffs. Like, but they gotta erase all that. This is a new season, and you gotta show what you're really about. I know Donovan Mitchell can go off for 30 to 40 on any night, but what else? Evan Mobley hasn't gotten any better. Darius Garland hasn't gotten any better. Jared Allen hasn't gotten any better, and their bench is suspect. This team is not that good, and I just don't feel that I just don't feel they got the heart, right? Their second best player has not made a leap from this season, from last season to this season. Every night, I feel you're just banking on Donovan Mitchell to have a good game, and if he doesn't, y'all lose. And even if he does, y'all still might lose. I don't know if this team had. Well, I don't think this. And once again, they got to get some dogs on their roster, man. They got to make a trade. This iteration of the roster sounds good on paper. You got Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, DeAndre Hunter, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. That sounds cool, but Jared Allen don't got that fire, bro. You feel me? You see over there in Detroit, they got those dogs over there. The ones that is looking for the smoke. You seen when the Pistons was going up against Milwaukee and Bobby Portis was about to try to go at it with Isaiah Stewart. He just gave him the he ga-
Nigga.
he gave him
Why?
that fist right here. Like yo, out yo. If there was no out, you feel me? They got those dogs that Cleveland just don't got. So and then it's crazy that they had the coach that is now the coach of Detroit, who's over there coaching those boys to the best record in the Eastern Conference. So if I'm the Cavs, I'm not gonna say blow it up, but you got to make a move
Um,
because who's the leader on that team?
Donovan Mitchell. But
Is
I
that
don't
the
think he
best
lead.
player or is that the leader?
I think both. Because who's vocal?
Out from what? I don't see anything. What show? What is he leading?
I
Who do
think
you see, who when do you see when they're on the opposite end of a 10-0 run? I don't see the camera go to him and he's barking on people on the bench. What is it? What is he doing?
I'm just. If you had to pick somebody, I'm just
No,
picking.
the answer could also be nobody. You don't get just because the best player now he's the leader. I don't think they got one. The team is lost.
I agree to your point. I think they're playing like pussies. And you said no dogs, so they're cats. So they've been playing like pussies. But where's the firepower, man? Where's the same team that last year they came out blazing hot, man? They couldn't do no fucking wrong last year. Where is that team, man? What's changed? What has changed, man? Where's the defense tenacity? Where's the aggression? Where's the just making Cleveland a movie? Y'all finally got the retro Cleveland jerseys back and the retro court back, which, by the way, is tough. But the team is not tough no more, man. Nobody's fearing the Cavs no more. Like, not even, I would say fear, but they're not a threat to people as much as they are. Yeah, they can do their little 1-2, but it doesn't, it's not the same, brother. It's not the same, man. Not the same DNA, not the same identity, man. Jared Allen has fell off a fucking cliff, man. He's softer than baby shit, man. Evan Mobley, like, you feel me? You're staying stagnant. You're not getting better. You're staying stagnant. Darius Garland, Darius Garland. I don't know what has happened to Darius Garland. I don't know if he's still injured, whatever is wrong with that toe of his, but he is completely not the same, man. This was somebody that even you said that you said something about how he was one of the best point guard in the East last year. And feel me, I had to argue that down though. But at a point in time, I'm looking at it.
I don't know if I said that. We gotta fact check that. I don't. That doesn't even sound like something out the best in the East. I don't know if I said that.
Behind that tape, brother. How are you?
There's not
Oh,
like
you
I
said not.
don't.
Oh, you said you rather have Darius Garland over Jalen Brunson.
That's yeah. That's probably what I say. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And now, feel me? It's like asking, would you have Darius Garland over fucking Peyton Pritchard right now? Would you take Darius Garland over Peyton Pritchard right now? Cause it's like, nigga, where the fuck are you, bro? Where is Darius Garland, bro? Lonzo Ball, you're playing for your next contract. I just want you to know, Lonzo might not have a long stint in the league, bro. And
I forgot he was on the roster.
nigga, subpar niggas, bro. The only nigga I could say I probably respect out there besides besides Donovan Mitchell, is Jalen Tyson. I think that kid plays with heart. Every time I watch Jalen Tyson play, he's always active on both sides of the floor. He's pushing out in transition. He plays with heart. You see, like, yo, let's get going. Let's get going. That's the only nigga I could probably respect out there. Other than that, though, nothing else seems to amaze me with this team, man. Like, the Sam Mirrors of the road, the Max, those are cool, man. But it's not the same thing. And I don't know if they lost a little bit of identity trading away Isaac Okoro, somebody that was a 3-and-D guy, but it just doesn't hit the same, man. And now you're a playing team, man. I think this is a team right now that just gotta figure it out. They've been taking some bad losses lately. It's just like this is not the same team, man. I don't like it. This is a regression from last season, man. I know everybody's looking at each other's side eye in the locker room. I think the Indiana Pacers last year in the playoffs snatched their identity. They G-checked the Cavaliers, and they haven't been the same since, man. So I don't know if you have to make a move, trade somebody, but this ain't it, man. This ain't it. Gut check time.
No, I agree to all your points. This is a team that gotta look themselves in the mirror and just see what direction that they're going in. But that's gonna do it for this episode because my phone is going to die. But we definitely went through all the topics. Please make sure to tune in right now to the NBA Cup game going on. The Phoenix Suns are going up against the Thunder right now as we speak. So definitely tune in. We will be back soon with recaps and more episodes of everything going on around the association. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all of our videos. Follow us on social media at It's Debatable Double underscore. Also on Facebook at Justin Jones for details and developments on the platform. Jersey.
Peace.